Alright, so today we're going to continue our discussion into adding and subtracting fractions. So we had worked on adding fractions almost exclusively, meaning just adding. But as I'm sure a lot of you know, subtracting is the same with one difference. Subtracting, adding, you can put whatever fraction first. Subtracting has to be in a certain order. So let's say, first of all, let's say 3/4 minus 1/4, just so we refresh our memory. So we don't subtract our bottom numbers, and our bottom numbers are called denominators. We don't subtract our denominators, we just bring them right over. And then we subtract our top numbers, or numerators. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Now, essentially, we've subtracted these two fractions. We need to simplify, but we'll get to that later. So now let's look at one with different denominators. So we've got 5/8 or 5/8, whichever you prefer, minus 3/4. Which is actually 3/4 is going to be bigger. So we need to rewrite that and put the 3/4 in front. See, this is what I'm talking about. Subtraction is like that. Order matters. So let's put the 3/4 in the front. 3/4 minus 5/8. So we're going to say equals. Now, we can't do this like this. So we need to find a common what? Denominator, right? So when we find a common denominator, we're going to find common multiples. And more specifically, we're going to find the least common multiple. So I kind of wrote these upside down. We're going to start with the smallest number and find the multiples of that. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Now we can go further, but we've already found the least common multiple. Because see, we've got an 8 here and an 8 here. So that means the least common multiple is 8. So we put an 8 here and an 8 here. And we're going to subtract just like our original problem says. Now, 4 times what is 8? 4 times 2 is 8. But if we multiply the bottom by 2, we have to multiply the top by 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. And we put our bar. 6/8. Minus, we've already got something over 8, so we just bring it over. Minus 5/8. Now we've got our like denominators, so we can subtract just like we did with the like denominators. So 8 minus 8. Wait, what? What? Oh, I don't subtract the denominators? Okay, thanks, guys. So we just bring our 8 down and we subtract our numerators. 6 minus 5 is 1. So our answer is 1/8, or 1/8. So that's how we do subtraction. So let's do one more to finish the concept. And you know the good thing about online videos, you can look back whenever you need to. And I hope you do. Alright. So let's look at another one. Let's look at a rather easy one. 1/2 minus 1/4. So, this looks like that 1/4 may be bigger than 1/2, but it's not. And usually, your teacher is going to give you problems that work out. So, unless you're in 7th grade where they start working with negative numbers, you might even start working with negative numbers in 6th grade. You're not going to have to worry about this problem being written backwards. Your teacher will give you the correct problem to solve. Okay, so 2 and 4. We need to find what? The least common multiple, right? So let's look at 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So there's really no need to go any further because we already have the least common multiple. It's going to be the first number that you get to that's the same as the number on the bottom. So the least common multiple is 4. So we're going to put 4 on the bottom of both of these fractions. And let's go ahead and just bring over 1/4 because that stayed the same. Now, 2 times what is 4? 2 times 2 is 4. We know that. So we have to do the same to the top. So 1 times 2 is 2, right? All right. So now we've got fractions with the same denominator. So 2/4 minus 1/4 is what? 2 minus 1 is 1. And 4 minus 4 is... Oh, yeah. Right. I'm sorry. We don't do 4 minus 4. We just bring our 4 down. So 2/4 minus 1/4 is 1/4. Alright. So there is your first explanation of how to subtract fractions. We already added fractions. So we're going to look at that a few more times because I know adding and subtracting fractions can be rather difficult. And then we'll move on to the easier stuff, which is multiplying and dividing fractions. And I know you're going to love that because it's really easy. So, until next time, guys, keep working hard, keep studying, and I'll see you next time.